What's up, guys? It's Camille Dexter with Allure Boudoir by Camille. I am a veteran boudoir photographer in the industry. I am going on year 6 this year. In the last 5 years, I've photographed over 500 people and about 50 different couples all in this studio space alone. And I'm gonna take you on a tour. I've had people over the last 7 years ask me, Camille, how are you shooting boudoir in the dark and moody settings so well? What's your external lighting setup? What are your different lighting setups? And I figured after 7 years in the business, I'd give you a little tour. I actually used to do this out of the front bedroom of my house. So it's possible to do this in a space that only kind of borders this circle I'm in right here, as this is primarily where I shoot all of my photo shoots. I prefer concrete floors. I feel like wood kind of brings a heat or a warmth to the photo. I necessarily don't like to balance, but it's not a bad thing because I used to shoot off a completely wood floor. The biggest thing here in the importance of my studio is all of my light is coming directly from there, and I'm not receiving light from anywhere around me, nor is it bouncing off the walls. That's why the black wallpaper is really key in this situation. This black wallpaper allows the light to be absorbed, and instead of bouncing down at my client or all around, it gives me the dark and shadows I need from behind me. As you can see, way back there, that is all completely dark. I do shoot with all of the lights off at all times because I only want the light from that window. And you're probably like, what lens? Where are your lights? Etc. You guys, that's it. I don't use external lights. I don't really know how to use external lights, but I don't use them, nor do I use a flash of any sort. It's all directly from this single window in this wallpaper. That's it. Pretty basic, right? I use a bed, an ottoman, you'll see the couch behind me, and of course, the infamous swing. I like to keep things real simple and about the body. I like to look for the lines, I like to chase the lines, and the only way I can really achieve that is by this setup here. I used to be the plant girl in 2019 who had all the greenery, but I felt like it really took away from my clients, so that's why I like to focus on this. Now you're probably asking, that's great, Camille. I'm so glad you showed me your light. How does it work? Don't worry, we'll dive into that. I do want to say I do have a whole guide that kind of explains top 25 poses, where to shoot on your client, and how to get that light to properly hit your client and highlight them in the perfect spots. But for now, let's kind of talk. All I do is I shoot a lot of things from this space over here. So if I'm shooting at the bed, I'm going to shoot down at the client, 45 degrees from where my window light is coming in. Sometimes I'll even move parallel. This is gonna give you your more silhouette-y shots, as you can see me getting darker in the frame too. But that's essentially what's gonna happen here, and I'll spin you around. As you can see, if I shoot someone on the bed, this is gonna be a complete silhouette shot parallel to my window. I'll get a lot of dense shadows in the front of my frame. Now, if I pivot myself 45 degrees over here, my shadows are still gonna run, but I'm gonna get a lot more natural light coming in this direction on that client. Like I said, I will bring a client in, show you how to kind of run through all that, and show you what techniques are best to get that dark and smoky look. I'm not gonna gatekeep here, I'm gonna be honest, there's nothing I need to tell you that's not like national security, I guess is what I would say, or there's nothing I need to keep a secret. I do have a lot of people saying you must be shooting on the most top gear. No, I'm not. In fact, if you saw my prior camera body, you would find out that the door on the battery box is actually broke because I dropped it on concrete at a wedding. But what I shoot here with is a Nikon Z6II. It's a mirrorless frame camera, and I shoot on a 35mm. That is it. I'm not zooming in, I'm not zooming out, I am moving around my client. This gives me the ability to see things from a lot of different angles, which can give you a lot of different images in one pose. So it's very simple like that. So does this cost a lot to start up? Not really. If you're in a smaller space, think like a bedroom or so, that's a Wayfair bed. Frame and a Wayfair bed. Maybe $200 total. Wallpaper in this instance, 50 bucks. some sheer curtains and a couch, and you got yourself a brand new boudoir studio. I hope you guys hit that subscribe button. I will drop the link below to that whole posing guide for you photographers out there. And as we walk through this on this little adventure, because I'll be honest, I don't know what I'm doing, drop in the comments. What do you want to know? What do you want to see? Do you want to see me how I interact with my clients and how my personality plays out in a shoot? Or do you just want to know what to do with that thing? Don't worry, we're going to get through all of that. But for now, I'm going to say see you later. XO, Camille.